The measure of faith. We understand and often heard that God has given to every person a measure of faith. And it's those elements of our life that we need to draw on in times of stress, times of distress, times of conflict, personal conflict, and the uncertainties of life. Right now, drawing from a reservoir of faith. Some might say, well, I don't have much faith. But the beauty of faith is an element. Faith is a part of God that He gives us as we draw from Him. And it's a reservoir that we can tap into. Just like you might see a well, you might look at a well, there's just as you come up to a well, there may not, you recognize, well, I hope there's something down there, but you won't know until you draw out of it. But you've got to put something down there and draw from it. And then to your surprise, you might find it's clean, cool, refreshing water. So it is with faith. You might draw from God the faith that you need for today, and you'll find the strength that God's going to give you. You might say to yourself, where did this come from? It comes from God. And that's the beauty of faith. Sometimes we feel like our faith is low. That's understood. We'll go through times like that. But again, we can encourage ourselves in God. We can encourage ourselves in the Lord. There's those that have gone before us. They're called the household of faith. And I thank the Lord for His presence, His perfect peace that can come into our life. And our desire is to rely on God's provision. Not that others should take God's place of provision for Him, but we rely on God for His provision. God could say to Abraham, "Fear not, Abraham, I'm your exceeding great reward." He's a shield, He's a buckler to those that trust in Him. We certainly need a shield of faith in our life. We need to be able to draw from God the peace that we need in our life. I was talking to somebody the other day, and they were quite distressed over what they had seen of their material substance diminish so greatly. And they said, "Doug, money can't buy peace." So we want to thank God for His peace, and we want to pray for you, pray for the strength of God in your life and the peace of God that will come into you and the purpose of God that's established in us. And I thank God for faith. I thank God for something we can draw on. As you consider drawing out of a well, draw from God the faith that you need for this day. It's something beyond us, but it's something God gives to us. And in that we can be encouraged and strengthened. So I want to pray God's blessing on you. I want to thank God for your faith in Him. If you need to establish faith, God has it for you in your life. God bless you. Thank you for listening.